see what we are up against. So it might get messy.
Hey everybody, Sean here. We got Marty over here. He'll be in the string in a minute. We got a Rhino 2.0 axle and we had a rip in the boot over the weekend. So we're gonna attempt to swap this boot out. We got our new boot over here, our new parts. We've already got the axle pulled out of the machine. So we're gonna start off by putting this in a vise. And we have these
soft
jaw rubber pieces. They have little magnets on them. I don't know if you can see that, but put these right here. We got this in the clamp. We left a little bit of room on this side so we can pull the boot back. Marty's going to demonstrate how to get these off.
We had to switch tools. We're going to go ahead and take this band clamp off. I'm going to squeeze this together. We're going to pry up gently with a screwdriver. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain that we've learned. You just have to be patient, not stab yourself in the hand like I'm doing, or stab your boot. Might need some assistance from your buddy. That was your cue. Squeeze her together for me.
And there it is.
And there it is. Much easier having a second set of hands. We'll peel this off. And we'll kind of show that to you. It's kind of a pain. That little hook fits in there. We have another pair of pliers, I think, for installation.
And now we're going to work on the next one.
Once you get the clamps off, you can just slide the boot right back out of the way. There's going to be a ton of grease in there, or at least there should be. And we just use disposable rags to get rid of that grease so we can actually see what we are up against. Okay, something we learned. The pliers that we're using, we use these for air hoses. A little different style clamp, but it's what we have in the shop. Sean went and bought these. I think these are kind of to compress the new ones, not necessarily to take the old ones off. We learned that one of them came right off and one of them did not. One of them split and broke on us trying to take it apart. So be sure and have extra one of those if you're replacing your boot.
Yeah, this it's not a big deal that this one broke as we took it off. These clamps are one-time use anyway. So we were going to throw these clamps away already. So if it breaks when you're pulling it off, no big deal, because you should have some new clamps already.
A technique we actually saw off the internet ourselves. There's an inner race that's on the splines. That's where we're going to want to put our hammer. I'm going to use a blacksmith hammer. We're going to put that right on that splined spindle, I guess you could call it. And then we're going to take a dead blow and we're going to set right up there and we're going to give it a good whack and it should pop right off.
It's off.
Just like the O-ring on the other side, just pretty cut and dry. So now that we have the end bell taken off, we can actually clean that and we'll slide our damaged boot off and get it ready for our new boot to slide on. Lots of grease. Have some rags available and ready. So with our new kit, our new boot kit, they gave us a new bowl ring for the end of your shaft on the splines. If you don't have a set of these bull ring pliers, I suggest you get some if you own UTV, they're going to come in really handy on several of these parts that are on your UTV. We're going to take the old one off, and it should come off fairly simple if you have the right pliers. And then we can also clean that groove and install our new bull ring.
All right, guys, so what we've done now is we got the new boot and the new clamp. Make sure you slide the new clamp on first and then the boot. And then we're gonna put the new
Bull ring.
the new bull ring in.
Be sure not to overstretch it. Open it up minimal just to get it on. Looks nice.
Now we're gonna start greasing things up and putting the rest of it back together. All right, so what we've already done is we put some grease on this, not a lot. This the boot kit that we bought came with some grease. It came with the clamps as well as the boot. So,
And the new bull ring.
yeah, so we're just gonna put some grease on here, a little bit more,
We're going to use all the grease they gave us.
all of it. Then
Pack it full.
we'll start spreading this around a little bit with our finger. Pack that inside the boot full as well.
So this is going to be very similar to packing the wheel bearings on your trailer or your old truck. I'm going to kind of take my finger and push down in there, and as you can see, it's coming out the other side. As I push down in there, I'm basically hydraulicking the grease in between the ball bearings inside the cavities, so that you know there's grease on 100% of your ball bearings inside there. So I recommend taking your finger and just packing it kind of like a wheel bearing until you see it popping out and purging the other side. So now that I've packed it really good, I've cleaned myself up, I'm gonna have Sean put all the rest of the grease that they gave us, every last bit of it, inside that boot. And that will keep a lot of water and stuff out, even if you get a little bitty hole in your boot, until it'll keep it safe until you can get your boot replaced. We're gonna go ahead and slide this back on now that we got some lube in there. Nice tight fit on this one. Pops right on. And now we're ready to wipe this down, clean it up, and put our clamps on.
All right, final step. We already got this clamp back on. Yeah, it goes on the same way this one goes on. So we're gonna show you with one of them.
And they're a pain.
So we get this on here where we want it. You want to make sure it's in the groove. So
take your time. Don't get in a big rush.
So I'm gonna kind of hold it here on the grooves because his hands are not gonna be free. So once he gets on them, he's gonna start pulling. And I might have to give him a little bit of a hand, we'll see.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Click.
There it is.
It clicked right into place. These probably aren't the perfect pliers. These are just Dixon. I use these around the shop for our air hoses, and it's what we had. I would use something similar to this. You can find these in a weld shop. Well,
all right,
good luck, and Godspeed.